Yo, matter of fact, had to do this little video. I was feeling it. Matter of fact, I ain't did a live video in a minute. Matter of fact, speaking of Showtime on all levels. Becoming our greatest version. A lot lately, how I always say, becoming our greatest version. You know, being the greatest we can be internally turns out to us taking the actions that's in alignment with that vibration. And you know, right now, just on the simple energetic, uh, for our own growth, the universe is, pushing us to, it's showtime. It's time to step up to the plate. Excuse me, I'm smoking a little herb, so I gotta. But it's time to step up to the plate. Matter of fact, that's almost two with me making this video. It's like, all right, I can't call myself, you know, somebody who know how to articulate themselves well and come across certain informations and energies without, speaking on it and knowing that, me catching this vibe and speaking on it is going to help somebody in that group. Mahogany shop, pillows, and more. Peace, peace. But, like, for one, just on the manifestation level of all the things that we love, spiritual earth being, blessings, much love. Like the things that we love, coming through right now. And that's why, like, leading up to this point, a lot of us getting downloads about how 2019 was going to be a lot about action, you know, a lot about grounding our energies, to be able to ground that soul energy into the physical, and being more organized, more grounded, getting to a place of more goal setting, you know, basically, and right now being prepared for the rush of clout, in essence, the rush of clout in finances, business, spiritual growth, you know, like in my own experience, I've been with my brethren in two separate occasions in the last 2 days going to a studio to do music. And the universe just like, look, you asked for it. It's here. Don't be scared and don't run away now. Like that's the thing too, like to stop being scared of the greatest version of ourselves, because for the most part, that's where the fear is coming from. Of course, the fear is really coming from the ego, or the egoic mind trying to, you know, uh, hold on to that lower vibrational version of itself, you know. But of course, we're not killing our ego. It's it's used on a healthy level. But again, we becoming our greatest version, and there's no room for fear, no room for lack of confidence, And as this abundance coming too, again, being more organized, and I think some Virgo energy coming through soon, probably in the new moon or something. But and not don't quote me. I'm just felt like I saw that somewhere. But anyway, you know, but dealing with organization, because Virgos, that's their love vibe, that earthy, hands-on organization vibes. But I'm finding myself for the first time having to, really bring in that business aspect of, goal setting and and more so, and when I say business aspect, but just, just making sure, because this is just an aspect of just directing energy in general, what I'm saying? It ain't even have to do with business necessarily, just the magic of our subconscious, where it's like, writing out these things and looking at them, affirming them, and making sure we taking actions that line up, is the thoughts, emotions, and actions, the trifecta line up, the mind, body, and soul. When they lined up on an idea or certain energy, then it's lined up. Blessings, Nick, Christopher Lane, Art 2X, Spiritual Bella, What's up, y'all? But no, it's basically no time for self doubt. You know, like I bug on with my brethren today, and like that's definitely an area where I gotta listen to my own advice as far as now as to vibrate, like dealing with music. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I really want to. And just making that transition, have to making that jump. But definitely, things is coming abundantly. And say, for instance, if we not organized too, it could all kind of blow away. Not say blow away in essence, but if you not organized to ground all these blessings that's coming, all these different opportunities. Somebody trying to get you to, you know, a photo shoot or get you to this speaking where you get to speak to the little kids or trying to get you to do this little workshop with some crystals or with your Reiki, you know, and you could do this, but you you're feeling lack of confidence because you're not organized right, or you doing all kind of stuff and not keeping up with time in that sense, floating around, and you missing those opportunities because again, it is about you know money is not like just a paper money in the essence of it's currency. It's a current flow. It's energy. It's a tool within this little realm of reality. And not the end all be all. You know, and it comes through us just doing what we love, and loving what we do, and being a service of others, indirectly, and that's the whole vibe. It flows. In my own experience, like the the combination to really manifest money quickly is to, put your intentions out strongly, especially like say for instance like after a nice meditation, putting your affirmations out there, knowing what's up, and then almost completely taking your mind off of money and revenue and all that. Just like, you know, probably make sure you ate some food and stuff like that, so your stomach don't ground you start growling and make you think like shit. I need some money right now. Like, that'll kind of be inevitable to a certain extent when you just starting off, but it's like that uh, how I say a unique timing of again giving it that focus and then just going into your now and enjoying the more like because I see where I was falling short in essence too, just with my own growth and in general, like with being a hermit too much and being too to myself. Because when you socializing and talking to somebody, man, there's a good indulgent conversation. Man, you so in the now, nothing exists but what you're talking about with that person. You know, like, and the next thing you know, I look at my phone and like 5 people messaging me wanting to buy some jewelry. You know, compared to when I post some jewelry and then I'm hawking over it. It'll take 1,000 years for something to even move. That's why I've been told somebody that I'm like, man, the way my jewelry move has mostly everything to do with me and where I'm at mentally. That's why I talk about when I speak on crystals for abundance like a pyrite or citrine or green aventurine. Uh, ruby is another good one. But when I think about jade, these crystals to quote unquote manifest abundance is putting it is working with your vibration for you to be confident, for you to feel that yellow ray from that citrine, to resonate with that solar plexus and give confidence and self-esteem. Because when you confident and have self-esteem, and when your sacral chakra spinning right and root chakra spin, when the chakras are healthy, you're able to operate on a certain level, manifesting these things. And also, I'm gonna get back to the energies. But right quick, just to speak on it. I'm not one for this, but I realize that I'm not one for harping on these things, but I realize the importance of speaking on, what's going on, But they starting to move YouTube, Google, starting to come at the quote unquote conspiracy, uh, the conspiracy theorists from their perspective. Matter of fact, it's almost kind of like on the witch hunt vibe. Because they even had words where they was like, we stopping videos that even come close to like, say for instance, like saying the moon landing was fake. And then what they did is they banned Alex Jones. I think the name of the show was InfoWars. And they banned it off of Apple, Facebook, and YouTube. And matter of fact, YouTube again about to make their little move, on quote unquote conspiracy videos, which they have already, because I already showed people on my Instagram where, you know, even though I had the book, Esoteric Hollywood, and showing the references within that book, and and showing a picture of Stanley Kubrick walking with these, and he did do the movie 2001: Space Odyssey, so I'm not saying it was just that. You got the extra evidence, but I'm not even trying to go there right now. But anyway, but they still put a little label over my video saying, "Oh no, the moon landing happened," and go to the Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica, to go see what happened. Or like if you got a video on Freemasons, it's like, "Oh no, the Freemasons are this and that." Matter of fact, that's another thing. It's Showtime. Like, we all step into the plate and gotta really, because if they moving on information like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm laughing, but that shit ain't funny. Like on some, real stuff as far as us, like, really stepping up to the plate. And again, being our greatest versions. As we being our greatest versions, we gonna become that energy that doesn't allow for, for those lower vibrations to hold things down. And again, this is all the internal world is external, the external world is internal. Is a play out of what's going on internally inside the collective. So again, that's is being the change we want to see, and as we doing that, and we gonna externally do things that's gonna help, give service and bring light to situations. But yeah, so matter of fact, any little videos you might wanna have to look through mine and see how I could download what little videos I wanna say. And cause they're about to soon start messing with that. As a matter of fact, with Alex Jones, they saying for him saying that Sandy Hook shooting in the 9/11 was staged, that's why they coming down on him. And how many of us know what time it was with 9/11 and all this, But they coming down, and Obama was the one who signed the little thing for conspiracy theorists, in essence, to be deemed as a terrorist to a certain extent. So, you know, again, not giving in to the fear of these things, but again, that's why it's about going to a place of being fearless, so you could hear stuff that's real, know what's up, but at the same time, not even have that ability to not focus on it and not fear it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what time it is. But yeah, and even and again, Alex Jones' little thing too. He getting a little spanking. It's like how the slave master whipped the slave in front of everybody and say, "You see what he just did?" You know, kind of like putting a puppet nose in his piss and whipping the dog, and in front of the other, dogs in essence. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, again for analogy, but they the parents of the Sandy Hook situation is suing them for what they call defamation. I don't know what I'm saying right. And I ain't even go look up the word because again I'm just just sharing on just the aspect again of how they coming. So yeah, it might be the time to start saving and download videos. And then two, I was thinking to myself, I always knew. I, I look back at my videos and I know I was being influenced. I had to grow into, like, my spirituality. Where sometimes I saw myself, you know, leaning towards, like, trying to be, you know, more peaceful. But it wasn't to an ignorant place. It never got to a place where I would, like, which I never attracted it. But even in conversation or anything, if needed, I was stern or said what I had to say up front, or got angry when I needed to get angry, but like I knew it was always more beneficial though to, like, not focus on, you know, like always speaking on like conspiracies and, stuff like that. I just recently kind of, I probably did my most, talking about, and these not conspiracies, so I'm like, look, fuck the dumb shit. Bringing up this, logical reason and evidence of how, the American government speaks up on, pleading guilty to assassinating MLK, or, starting the Gulf of Tonkin situation, which was fake and staged, and started the Vietnam War, what I'm saying, killing I don't know how many people over a staged situation, and they admitted to it. Same country that pulled Operation Northwoods, or tried to, and Kennedy didn't want to sign off on it, and then they end up blasting him. First time the Secret Service get waved off, and one of the most important, you know, one of the Secret Service members said, they was like, bruh, it's like you're waving us off in this area what we should really be protecting, you know. But, anyway, again, but it's good to have, again, without dwelling on it, just a little knowledge. But that was the whole thing. I see where it was beneficial for me to focus on just helping ourselves. Like when I first started, I was kind of like just making sure, like, bro, it's just about focusing on what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because as we deal with our internal shit, because that's subconscious deep, and it take a little second to dive into that, and you know and get deep into our chakras and cleanse, and and spiritually grow, or just grow in general. But I mean, but you know I definitely see again where it was important to just more so focus on what we got going, and just being aware of the external conditions on in certain areas. But like in my experience, you know I and two, I talk to high self in that man. I'm like, high self, if I need to know some shit about the news, just let somebody come around me talking that shit, what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I usually go down. It's like, within my day, if I hear a news story more than about 3 times, you know, that number there, then it's like, all right, I might need to, you know, go look into this. But for the most part, I'm trying to see what all this, what the little trauma in my root chakra about, trying to make sure my heart chakra open, It's like, I even haven't been watching myself with watching movies. Like I was sliding into a watching movie place too much. And no matter if they was like, where I was looking for the occult themes and the deeper messages, you know, I was still, playing around too much for myself though. To each his own. Because on my growth, I'm still making sure I stay strong on implementing certain things, certain habits and affirmations and just things, that I don't want to slip up on. But, you know, and blessings, y'all. I'm just kind of looking down at but yeah, it's definitely, and again, just for us to, I see was like, always or have videos about just we live in a society that's so fucking full of lies and creates that type of mind frame on the masses that the truth becomes the blunt truth. Oh man, that was blunt, or that was quite frank, or it's like, man, that's what it is. It ain't no, you know, and then up that old separatist viewpoint and aspect of the ego, you know, that want to hold us down into this little matrix in essence. But matter of fact, yeah, but yep, definitely that Showtime. So matter of fact, I'm pretty sure though, and so good thing I got videos, multiple videos, and you start to see where again like videos that's just teaching us about how to know thyself. Like so just speaking on like stuff about crystals, meditation techniques, breathing techniques, you know, like certain aspects. Matter of fact, like again, seeing the sauce within astrology, where you can't conspiracy theorize that, you know what I'm saying, on some old, and that's why that shit you start to see like those pure avenues of information in essence. When I say pure, for lack of a better word, but as far as like, where nobody could come with no bullshit about no conspiracy or this and that, because they've been following they've been doing what the indigenous people been doing, and mapping out the stars and doing the same thing. So they can't deny that. Ronald Reagan had, or should I say Nancy Reagan, they had a group of astrologers that they would consult, you know, before making moves. This is, you know, this is not a secret. Bohemian Grove is not a secret. They put it in House of Cards, but then they gonna call Alex Jones a conspiracy theorist. Look how the motherfuckers play, bro. I'm telling you. Bro, yeah, yeah, that's it. But back to the energy. But just, basically, again, ain't even back to the energy, just getting off of that subject, and I'm about to see what's happened. Shahi Hajo. Uh, yeah. The Star of David is like is a multiple aspects, but yeah, lower self, higher self. It's you know uh male energy, female energy. It's fire and air going up. And earth and water going down. You know, yeah, there's a few different. That's why we learn with symbols. On a subconscious level, because a picture word, 1,000 words. That little saying ain't for nothing. Because literally, like you could look at a terror, what they actually looking at. People see deeper meanings. You know, and we're always gonna, see it. That's why even if you don't subconscious, it'll tap into that soul to a certain extent. But yeah, just these you want to be over, don't want to be again overwhelmed in the essence where you're not able. You don't want to let it. You put it like you know you don't want to let it overwhelm you. And I'm having to work on again like organizing my jewelry situation and just looking into different ways of how I'm gonna start doing custom work, and still keep my exclusive line, and again, because it's about just a current flow, and I can't pour anybody any water out of my cup if I ain't got no water in my cup to begin with. So, again, definitely that grounding energy. Cause we getting. As a matter of fact, lately I've been feeling a strong vibe of like just feeling like you know the egoic mind get thrown in the blender lately. Like the last few days, been feeling like a psychedelic trip. Definitely, just naturally, whereas just certain aspects just bam, 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 being brought up to show me like, hey, it's showtime. You know, thought you was ready for this. you know, and it's like, oh yeah, I am ready for this. Again, that lower aspect of ourselves that want to stay in a certain comfort zone. You know, trying to hold back. It's time for us to let it go. Peace and blessings, Jackie. Matter of fact, that's another thing. Hearing the ringing in my ear strongly, like I'm feeling that vibe like heavy. And matter of fact, like in the more and more my my little again the lower vibrational energy, I be having to deal with that in that cycle in my little lesson loop of backing off of eating junk food. And then fell into a realm with that. And well, that's why I be fasting and drinking water and fruits. And then I'm staying away like almost like one meal a day. And then I had that little munchy meltdown. That's why, why spirit will just have some of them days where it's like, you know what, I'm going to protect you from yourself. I'm going to slow down the flow of currency. Slow down that current flow for a little day or two. You're gonna sit here and fast. You're not gonna smoke no herb. And it's more so not me smoking the herb, it's just that I'm still doing it, you know, with these cigarillos. And a lot of times, again, if I'm not in a place of being, if I ain't gonna say extremely, just disciplined, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been, again, making sure I maintain discipline in all areas. But like, smoking my herb and then losing a little discipline on the conscious vibe. you know. But it's all, part of the growth, shining the light on those areas you know, that we need to be aware of so we don't, allow for that to hinder us in essence. And let some of the small things take away the big picture. You know. But definitely no time for definitely a time to step up. And again, to the best of our abilities in certain areas, and as we become our greatest version, the rest falls into place. You know, like we're gonna start doing the things that's gonna start making people aware. Like again, like where they cracking down on certain videos on YouTube. Like Like, and if people don't know what happened in the Holocaust, and and how they, been trying to run their schemes with B.F. Skinner and Aldous Huxley, and Carl Jung having the Gnostic papers, and so his psychology information coming from you know the archetypes of some, how I say, some ancient information, so it's it's time for us to really just start making sure we again being more in a grounded way of doing things. And again, this is also take what resonate, and leave what don't, because some people are a little more, maybe a little more grounded, but and be honest, just in general, this is a time for balance, you know, because that's why I always, for the most part, I do my best to get my disclaimer, like, hey, I'm not your guru, I'm not your teacher, like I just happen to be very intuitive and like sharing information of the, things that I be studying and be on, or, crystal information, things of this nature, but, know, take what resonate, leave what don't. And then, like, only within the video where I'm speaking on something where I'm gonna be like, all right, what I'm saying right here, you know, look, this is some real, I don't, it's like coming from a place that's undeniable. I'm gonna speak on it like that. But for the most part, I'm not claiming to be the most smartest being in the realm of this reality at all. But yeah, it's, again, it's a balance of mind, body, and soul. Like that's the whole part of the thing is being in the world and not of it, and balancing, between masculine and feminine energies, and balancing the mind body. Basically, again, we as above, so below. We like some little cells inside a bigger body. And just like when we detoxing and expecting the little cells inside our body to get right, that's what we expected to do right now inside this bigger body, is get right. So the rest of the big body could, fall in alignment in essence. We walk in universes, walking, like, that's why the woman's so special, man. Out of nowhere, man, come little galaxies. And then shit, not counting the times when some women could have multiple, like 6 or 7 galaxies come out all at once. Like, like God, not, excuse my diction, and I mean that in a good way. That's amazing. Like that is a portal where a whole, like, beings. Like, I always was amazed by birth. Like, I wasn't like I was just so intrigued. I used to always ask myself, like, how I was for, like, how I ended up with my parents and not for the people down the street. Like, why my consciousness in this body? Why I wasn't born in 1990, and instead of when I was born. Like, I used to question shit like that when I was like, yeah, it's like 5, 6, like, getting deep. But yeah. And matter of fact, I'm gonna get to doing a video on astral projection for sure. But I just gotta brushing up my. I've been away from the knowledge of it for so long, and I'm not one to, again, to fake. I just finished saying like I'm not gonna, you know, fake talk on any of the subject or anything. I gotta get back into the info, because again, for the most part, I'm real skilled at, more of like a remote viewing vibe, and to a certain extent, like astral projection, in the essence of looking at my body from like different points of views, but I'm not the again. I'm still working to become the Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan of the thing, and that's just my energy. A lot of things some things, uh, again, that's why I have think fast videos, because it be from a point of view where I'm speaking from an essence where I don't really need no book to back up what I'm feeling, the need to talk about, you know, compared to certain subjects where it's like, all right, this is something I need to present in a certain type of manner. But I do like to always do just speak on my experiences too, though, because but, but yeah, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end this video though soon, because I don't, I just want to, just share that vibe where it's showtime. You know, no longer can we act like we don't know about Dr. Sebi, and let all these little fake AIDS rallies and cancer rallies go on. You know, the the stripping of the seeds and them trying to stop us from growing our own food. You know, this conspiracy theorist vibe that they're trying to, you know, come at on YouTube and all these platforms. Well, more so YouTube again, and it was Apple and somebody else. So, Apple and motherfucking Facebook. That's all, whatever. Coming at Alex Jones, but you know, and again, as we become our greatest version of ourselves, and making sure we realize in these areas of growth, you know, the external actions align up, with the internal energy, you know, like you going as you grow and realize the areas, the chakras that need to be aligned, and start doing the different little works, you know uh you're gonna see a difference in the actions you take too, you know which is all correlated to chakra work too. Matter of fact, because yeah. I know, yeah, bless. uh Christopher Lane, yeah, I you know gotta keep it real, quote unquote. Gotta keep it authentic, you know gotta keep it infinite. Yeah, it's again, it's just time to you know make sure we upfront about sharing certain information, you know uh and not feeling like we intrude on nobody so much, you know. Of course, we're not trying to force information on nobody, you know, but like speaking on what we know when we on certain subjects, you know what I'm saying, and not acting like we don't know the truth, just to not offend some, you know. It's like, cause who are we offending? We're offending a ego that's trying to, and when I say ego, more so like a vibration, like a parasitic vibration, you know, that's trying to flow through all, you know, humankind, in essence, all the beings in human body suits, you know. And again, you know, it's about that energy, us rising above that energy, you know. But you know, definitely, again, getting organized too for these blessings coming through. Especially if you did some moon ritual work. Definitely, if you worked on your, you know, that moon energy, you definitely got some things coming quick. And if you're not organized and ready for it, you know. And look, I'm speaking from a first-hand view, looking at it myself, like. So I'm right there growing with you, you know. But at the same time, you know, again, having that confidence and humility, just like how I displayed that confidence to say, hey, you know, I want to, you know, reread and deal with, you know, astral projection, you know, on a deeper level again, because I haven't touched information in so long. Because I remember one of my first books was and I speak on that experience. I done spoke on it before, but I don't like that video may be mixed into or have a different name. I don't know, but I mean, matter of fact, if you type in universal frequencies OBE, you might have something pop up. You know, you never know. But anyway, and I had a book on out of body experiences, and it went through like, you know, talking about it and the different steps to it, like how you could do it, and it had different types of ways you could do it for different people. Like it asks you questions, and you know, whatever type of person, you know, what type of energy, you you deal with, was it will find the best way for you to do it in that sense. But yeah, yeah. But blessings, y'all. Again, just you know, ride the wave. Because it's going to get harder and harder to go against the wave. Yeah, it's going to get, you know, more difficult to try to paddle upstream. You gotta paddle with the flow. Matter of fact, you don't even have to paddle because you're going with the flow and you're going with the flow. You know? And that's what we start to realize again, like, you know, that difference in our higher self and that egoic mind of things we've been taught, you know, uh, through society and our parents, you know, things of this nature. Not blaming our parents because, you know, in so many ways we chose them. But What was I gonna say? Something about the subconscious mind. Uh, yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that's what we was talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Riding the wave. You know, it's that time. Matter of fact, because again, I'm hearing that ringing in my ear heavy. And I ain't talking about this street light right here. But I'm hearing that, that vibe coming in strong. Like even to the point when I'm after eating, like some of this unhealthiness, like still keeping a certain level of discipline, you know. It's just only coming back strong in that little loop, like at a certain time of night. Like so, I got it down to like a small window, you know. But I wake up and still, meditate and start off my day, how it needs to be started. But, yeah, again, going because the ego of mind could be trying to, again, watching myself trying to control things. Like if you're really getting that ass bust, it's probably too because trying to control things, you know. And I'm speaking from a place of experience. When you're trying to control things and micromanage, you know, it's, for like this, your higher self gonna show you what's up with that. Because again, it's leading us to those things that, that we most deeply, you know, desire or love, all throughout our being in this human bodysuit. It's certain things since a little kid, like I want to be this or I want to do that, and I always wanted to, and those opportunities could present themselves heavily, you know, and it's like I want to be ready to receive those, those blessings. Matter of fact, again, making room for these things and, organizing, you know, again, not holding on to things that need to be let go. Like myself with these cigarillos. But, yeah, I mean, Hollywood, wood from a holly tree is one of the best woods to use. But I say one of, because that's just the main one. That's why they call it Hollywood. The magic of programming the subconscious. But yeah, peace and blessings, y'all. I'm out too. Servitude, Chris, Calypso, Heart, Goddess Supreme, Shahi. I just ain't having much. uh, hey, look, it is what it is. Bella Lacrone, blessings. Jackie, Elio. Oh no, Elio on some this guy got some trolls. Hey, 11:11. All right. All right, y'all. Blessings, blessings, and again, y'all. Now is the vibrate. Again, I'm having a we're having a file of that creed. the best moment is in that moment. Again, now, like, it been the moment for me to start doing, like, the moment I felt the vibe to even, do music was the moment it was for me to start doing, you know what I'm saying? The moments, not waiting. It ain't no such thing as the best time. Ooh, as I caught a little ring in my ear. Ooh. Yeah. Ain't no such thing as the best time. Except for now. So, peace and blessings, y'all, again. Oh, it's a little half, a quarter moon rising. Well, not rising, whatever. Peace, yeah. Have it now. Now the vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now. Ooh, right now. Showtime.